Wish that you were better.
Would pay-per-show work for roofers, home services? Because you have to go to people's houses. How would that work? How would pay-per-show work for roofers, home services, if the appointment is at someone's house? Well, in this case, the reason we teach you how to build a call center from scratch for your agency is because now, instead of charging per show at a home, and in some of these niches, they call it a sit. You're not doing pay-per-sit. A sit is when they actually sit down with the homeowner to talk about the roof, the solar installation, et cetera, et cetera. Instead of actually charging per show at a home, you are charging per live transfer. So we still call it pay per show, but what you're really doing is generating the lead. Then you are in charge of the following up with the lead, and your call center gets them on the phone, qualifies them. If they are qualified, you connect them with a client and charge that as a show. So a show in this niche is technically a qualified live transfer. It is not a show at the home where someone meets the prospect at their house. Matt, hopefully that makes sense. That makes sense, Matt. Drop a 1 below and let me know. All right. Someone asked, how do you minimize the risk for pay-per-show on your side? How do you minimize the risk? And what if your cost per show is much higher? You are charging your client. That's a great question. So I think that was Ulnor asked, how do you minimize the risk with pay-per-show? And what if your cost per show is higher than what you are charging your client? Well, let's talk about minimizing the risk. First, like I talked about last Thursday, you have to be good at what you do and able to perform. And guys, this is pretty obvious. If you are going to use a performance model, you have to be able to perform. So the risk is on you. And I'm not here to give you what you want to hear. You guys have heard me say this before. I'm here as a coach to deliver the value in a way that you need to hear it. So ultimately, if you're going to do the performance model, the whole reason is so that you have more control, which also means more risk. But if you deliver, you will get paid way more. So you're asking me, how do you minimize the risk? I'm going to give you some strategies, but ultimately there's still risk and there's no way for it to disappear. Now, here's some actual strategies you can use to minimize the risk. Number one, you can implement setup fee. We charge anywhere from between 2.5K to 3K setup fee. You can go even higher. There's someone in our inner circle that charges north of $6,000. I think it was 5 or 6. Forget the exact number. just for the setup. So that's one way to mitigate some of the risk. Another way is always, always, always get more ad spend. One of the easiest ways to increase client results without getting better is essentially getting more ad spend to play with. For example, if you guys are playing basketball and you have to make 5 shots, but you only have 10 opportunities to shoot the ball. That means you have to make half the shots. What if you actually get 20 opportunities to shoot the ball? That means that you only have to make 1 out of 4. So the more chances you have, the more opportunities, the easier it is. So one of the ways that we mitigate risk is by getting as much ad spend as humanly possible upfront. And here's a golden nugget for you guys. If you're watching this, pay attention very, very closely right now. Instead of asking for $1,000 a month ad spend, we ask for $60 a day. Which one sounds like more money? This one or this one? Clearly this one. However, we pretty much just doubled the ad spend. We just went to $1,800 a month ad spend. It's like the basketball analogy. Instead of shooting 10 shots, since we doubled, now we're shooting 20. So these are 2 of my favorite strategies to mitigate the risk. All right, let's keep going here. Sorry, I got lost with all the questions. You asked about what if your cost per show is higher than you're charging your client? Well, it is. Your cost per show is higher than charging your client. That's the point. If you are taking on all the risk, then you get paid more. And ultimately, guys, you can use this as leverage to close people on long-term retainers. So you can still sell contracts and monthly retainers, but now you have the power of the frame. You have the control. You have the leverage. If they want it to be risk-free, then they pay you more. If they want to share the risk with you, then they can pay you less. All right, let's keep going. Let's see. Brian said, how do you get around Endorsement Medical? Oh, we are not paying. They are not paying per patient. You have to be very, very, very clear about this. They're not paying per patient. They are essentially paying for the booked appointment that shows up. It's very different. This does not mean that it is an actual patient that is signed up for treatment, which is very, very, very different. If you were only getting paid when the treatment happens, and if you were only getting paid once they got paid, that's where it gets messy and tricky. And we personally have not had any issues with this. Now, Brian, as you know, HIPAA compliance, HIPAA is a massive gray area. Everyone is going to tell you something different. And if you don't want to use the word paper show, you can just claim that we do performance-based marketing. You can say we only get paid when we get you results. You can say pay as you go. marketing. So you don't have to use the word pay per show. You can take that frame out and still leverage the pay per show performance model. So if you feel more comfortable with this, you can absolutely do this and you'll have no issues. All right. By the way, guys, are you guys getting value out of this? If so, drop a 1 below. Show some love in the comments. All right. Steve asked, are there niches this won't work for? Like I said, it will work for all local biz niches as long as you also implement a call center. That's why in our program, we're teaching you how to set up a call center in-house. Because for some niches, like real estate or solar or roofing, it's actually pay per live transfer. That's really what it is. But we're still going to call it pay per show. It's someone that shows up to a phone call that's qualified. So it pretty much works in every niche. The only niches where it gets tricky are niches where they are only generating with like very, very, very few leads a month. Like, for example, if you're working with, I don't know, consultants that go after corporations and they're only starting 1 or 2 conversations a month and it's not a volume play, that's going to be really tough. And then also, the only other niche that comes to mind is e-com. With e-commerce, you're not paying per show. You can definitely still do a performance model and benefit from everything we're teaching, though. So in e-com, you could still do performance, but not have it be pay per show. All right. Moses said, what are you guys doing for in-depth tracking? Great question. How do you track the shows? There's a few ways. Have a call center. You can call actually first, if you are doing live transfers or shows, once you do the transfer, you move them to show in HighLevel and charge the client. If you are not doing live transfers, we call and text the lead, confirm that they are on their way to the appointment after the appointment. Every time we get a confirmation, we move them to showed HighLevel, charge the client. Pretty much how it works. You can also trust the client if you want. Have them move people over as well. HighLevel. But that gets tricky because some clients are going to lie. All right, let's see. Solomon asked, how much do you charge per show? Guys, this is niche dependent. You have to make sure that it works with your numbers. In Cairo, we charge 2.5 to 3K setup, and anywhere between $100 to $200 per show, depending on the area. And we ask for anywhere between $50 to $100 a day ad spend. Client covers this. This is where we make money. This is where we make money. Now, it depends, though. If we're talking about surgeons, for example, there's someone in our inner circle that works with surgeons on pay per show, and he charges totally different. It's like 500 to 1,000 per show. Just to put things into perspective, gyms, anywhere between 35 to 60 per show. These aren't exact numbers. It's more just to give you guys a range and show you the numbers, or at least to give you guys an idea of the numbers. All right, let's see. Chase, fantastic question. Can you do retainer plus pay per show? This is the best question I've gotten today. Chase, I really appreciate you sharing this question. Can you do retainer plus pay per show? This is exactly what I actually recommend. Let me just be very clear. Very, very, very clear. I do not recommend only doing pay per show. So all the other gurus out there that are butthurt about this and are complaining about pay per show in the high level community, because I know that's happening and I watch you guys freaking out, everyone can take a deep breath and relax, because ultimately the market is adapting. People, whether you like it or not, are offering performance. That is a fact. People are also offering call centers. That is a fact. Whether we like it or not, that is the market. The market is doing that. It's not whether we feel like it or not. That is what is happening. So we have two choices. You can either adapt, or you can stay where we are and risk being left behind. My recommendation is to learn the pay per show model and be ready and adaptable. And then have ultimate leverage, because you can use both. For example, you can start all conversations with pay per show, because that's going to allow you to stand out in the market. So use PPS as a way to start conversations. Then, if they are qualified for PPS and you feel confident about delivering for them, perfect. However, if you don't feel like they're a good fit for it, or if you don't feel like you can get them the results, then offer them a retainer. And guess what, guys? Now, because you adapted when the market was speaking to you, instead of waiting around like some of the more, I don't want to say skeptical, but some of the gurus that aren't willing to listen to the market, then what's going to happen is you are going to have more conversations. You are going to have leverage in the conversation. And now, if you don't want to do pay per show and you want to do retainer, that's fine. But guess what? If you want to do pay per show and you can deliver on it and you've adapted to be able to offer it, then you'll make more money. If the client doesn't want to pay you so much for pay per show, then offer them a retainer and lock them into a long-term contract. So the idea here, guys, is the market is adapting and we can pivot or we cannot. But If we don't, you have to be willing to deal with the risk of being left behind. The other option, guys, is to not pivot and continue doing what you're doing. Now, if you are really good at getting results, you will probably be fine. And you will probably still get referrals and grow through word of mouth. But you're not going to be able to compete with agencies offering a better, with agencies that have a better offer. And that's just the truth. I'm not saying you won't be able to grow, but you're not going to be able to dominate and take over the market because you do not have the superior offer. And guys, this is not how I feel. It's just a fact. For example, my agency did not adapt call centers. We've lost a lot of deals. Chiro agencies that offer call centers. And we're doing fine, like I said, we're still growing. But because I chose not to adapt, I didn't have the best offer in the marketplace, and I wasn't going to be number one. So I know this is really, 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 really long-winded. But keep in mind, pay-per show is not mandatory. It's really there to give you leverage and to make sure that your offer is innovating at the same time that the market is sophisticating. I don't know if that's a word, but we're going to call it, yeah, sophisticating. You have to look at it like blockbusters. When a market shifts, you can either choose to shift or you can choose not to shift. And if people love your movie store, people can still come, but that's not going to be the greatest offer that people have. And ultimately, guys, if you want to do retainer, that's fine, but you have to be willing to be offer paper shows so that you can continue to stand out and continue to have a leading offer and have leverage. And then you can even use that to lock people into retainers. So here, let me just stop sharing for a sec. That was super long-winded. So let me just check in with you guys because there's like so many comments I have not looked at. Oh my God. Guys, can you drop a 1 below? Drop a 1 below if you are getting value from this call. If you're getting value from this live, drop a 1 below. Drop a 1 below. Let's see. Guys, hopefully that answer wasn't too crazy, but I feel like everyone's freaking out in the HighLevel group, and it's like, oh, Joel's doing paper show, and it's like, guys, take a deep breath, relax. If you want to have the leading offer, adapt, or at the very least, be willing to offer it. Doesn't mean you have to change everything. It doesn't mean that you have to stop doing retainer. And if you don't, then you have to be willing to risk the fact that other people are going to do it, and you're not going to be at the forefront. Doesn't mean you can't grow. Doesn't mean that word of mouth won't happen for you. Doesn't mean that you can't get referrals. You're just not going to have the leading offer. So to give you guys a very real perspective, when I came into the chiro space, it was very competitive. It was actually one of the most popular niches, and niche popularity comes and goes. There's some niches that are popular 2 years ago. Like, for example, this year, no one's starting gym agencies. When I came into the scene, Chiro was really popular. And I was the first agency to advertise and say, hey, we guarantee 50 patient leads in 30 days or your money back. I'm not saying I was the only one that guaranteed it, but I was pretty much the only agency running ads promoting that guarantee. I innovated. I led with a better offer in the marketplace, and we got a lot of attention. Then people started adapting. That died out. So then I came out and I said, hey guys, we're going to be the first marketing agency to guarantee not only leads, but patients that prepay for their appointments. And we taught all of our clients to take payment over the phone for all the leads before the appointment. So now, not only were we the only marketing agency that offered guaranteed leads, we were also the only marketing agency, at least to my awareness, that taught and showed our clients how to do prepay. It's called the Patients That Prepay and Show Up system. First system was called Easy Patients on Demand system. Second system, Patients That Prepay and Show Up system. Then we came out, after that dried out, I started seeing prepay this, prepay that, prepay this, prepay that. Then we came out and we said, okay, we are going to be the first marketing agency that guarantees 20 patients in the door in 60 days or your money back. Leading offer. Then that dried up. People were guaranteeing 30 in 30 days. It's like, great, I lost. Then we came out and said, on top of that guarantee, we're also going to have the pay-per-show system. And we got a huge piece of the market. And if I'm being honest with you guys, speaking from the heart here, and me being vulnerable and sharing the truth, the only reason I have not taught this system to you guys earlier, the only reason I didn't launch pay-per-show, because at this point I've been running it since last March, since COVID, was because it took a lot of time to figure it out. A lot. We messed up a lot. We went through a lot of errors. There was a lot of issues. Didn't work for a while. It wasn't as smooth as we had hoped. And I didn't want to teach it until I was fully confident in it and ready to give you guys all that information. So the point is, we adapted and we're always adapting. And you guys watching this, if you're asking me retainer versus performance, I think you're missing the point. You're missing the point entirely, actually. It's not about retainer versus performance. It's about adapting to the market and understanding that if you don't, you're not going to have a leading offer. And you also risk, I'm not saying you're going to get left behind, but you risk potentially getting left behind. This is why you see people like Alex Hormozy having offers like try Gym Launch for free. And he's making more money than all of us. He's got the best offer. Who can beat that? Who can beat a free trial offer with someone that actually knows what they're doing and will actually get people insane results? I have another student who does a 30-day free trial offer for dentists. And he makes them so much money in those first 30 days that his closing rate is insane. After the 30 days, it is insane. He's got an amazing offer. And it's very hard. Which doctor would say no to 30 days of free Google ads? It's like you're going to say yes. And I think the point here is not, is 30-day free trial better? Is Alex Hormozy's free start offer better? Is pay-per-show better? That's not what I'm saying. All I'm saying is that you must adapt. If all the marketing agencies are starting to offer pay-per-show and you're not, then you have a competitive disadvantage. I'm not saying you have to switch over to everything. I'm just saying make sure you have that leverage. Make sure you have the exposure. Make sure you learn it so that at the very least, if it comes time to it, you know that you can offer it. Guys, this is probably some of the most valuable things I've ever shared on any live ever. Because this is marketing. I'm teaching you guys marketing. It's not the latest hack or latest strategy. This is really marketing fundamentals. It's marketing fundamentals. If you have a superior offer in the marketplace, like for example, I know I'm going on tangents, but I don't really care because this is really, really good for you guys to listen and understand, because this is what allowed me to scale Atlas. It wasn't the fact that I came up with prepay and show up system. It was the fact that I understood that I had an offer in the market that had lost its power and I needed to innovate. And if I didn't adapt, I was going to get left behind, or at least risk getting left behind. So I'll give you an example. There's an insurance company. Oh, I forget the offer though. It was so good. I saw the YouTube ad and I'm like, this offer is insane. I forget it, so I can't give you guys the example. But the point is, look at someone like Airbnb. Before, they were like, hey, you need to go somewhere to a new city, get a hotel. They're like, hey, screw that. Let's kill hotels and offer people the ability to stay in homes that are really nice. Look at Uber and taxis. Look at Netflix. Someone this past weekend about how even when movie theaters open up, we might not go back because people got very, very comfortable with the accessibility of getting entertainment at home. It's just facts, guys. So I think the paper show or retainer conversation and everyone freaking out, you're all missing the bigger picture here and you're missing the marketing lesson. It's not about paper show versus retainer. It's about adapting to the market and paying very close attention to it. All right. Guys, did you find that valuable, that little rant? We got 10 minutes left, so we got to pick the winner. We're out of Q&A time. Let's see. Guys, did you find this valuable? Drop a 1 below if you found value in this little rant. I'm going to answer one last question. And then we're going to pick a winner. Someone asked, why can't I find it? Let's see. I got to stop asking you guys to drop ones because then I can't find the questions. Okay, someone asked. Okay, I found it. I found it. Yo, Jano asked how PPS could work with plastic surgeons like 1,000 times. So I'm going to answer your question. Don't worry. You asked me like literally 30 times. Jano asked, how does paper show work for plastic surgeons? For plastic surgeons, you're going to need a lot of ad spend. I know 2 people that I'm personally working with in my program that are doing this for plastic surgeons. You need a lot of ad spend, like anywhere between $5,000 to $10,000 a month. You need to run Google and Facebook ads, and you need to have a call center. Absolutely must have a call center. And it's paper show that walks in. That's how you do it. I don't know how else to explain it. You're going to have to essentially take the paper show model that I just showed you guys for Cairo and raise the price and also do a call center. I would also be nitpicky with where I pick clients. Like, for example, Miami is going to be a much better city than some random place in the middle of nowhere in Midwest United States. So make sure you're picking your territories carefully. And for the places where you don't know if you can generate enough volume of leads to make paper show worth it, like in middle of nowhere in the United States, what you can do is, again, because you ran paper show, you got the conversation started, and you could tell them, hey, look, for paper show, I'm taking on all the risk, and I'm sorry to tell you, but in your territory, there's just not enough volume for me to actually be able to do a performance model. That being said, I'm happy to work with you on a retainer basis. So again, leverage here. Leverage. That's what I would do for plastic surgeons. Someone said, why did you do away with 7FA? Steve, great question. We did not do away with 7FA. We are doing exactly what I'm teaching you guys. We are innovating. So 7-Figure Agency is becoming Paper Show Agency, and it's our new program to teach you guys how to start and scale a paper show agency. It's divided into 3 components. Number 1, we are going to help you set up your booking agent through Google's Dialogflow technology and hook it up to HighLevel and then modify it for your niche. Part 2, we're going to teach you how to set up an in-house call center. And then part 3, we're going to teach you how to do the paper show model and everything you need to learn about it. In addition to all that, you get everything included in 7FA. Daily sales trainings, daily support calls, new masterclass every Friday, all that good stuff. All of our systems, how to get clients, everything. So, my friend Steve, I did not do away with 7FA. I simply did exactly what I'm telling you guys to do. I adapted. I innovated. And just a little bit of foreshadowing for you guys. Paper show agency program is not going to be the program I'm running in 6 to 12 months. Because if it is, guess what? I didn't innovate. I didn't adapt to what the market is telling me to do. So I didn't do away with it. The company is still the company. We just innovated and adapted. And that's how we're going to keep growing. Let's see. Brian said, middle of nowhere, United States is cheaper cost per lead. Yeah, but that's for Cairo and maybe for some random things like gym owners, not for surgery. All right, guys, this is how we're going to pick a winner. Now, before we pick a winner, I got a lot of people on here. The only people that can enter to win are the ones that are still alive with me right now. First things first, I need to see some ones. I got to see some ones. I want to get at least 30 ones before I pick a winner. 30 ones in the comments before I pick a winner. So if you're on with me right here, right now, drop a 1 below. Drop a 1 below. Drop a 1 below. I know Samuel really wants to win. Man, I should just give it to you, Samuel. Samuel, because I love your energy and you're on here hyping everyone up, I got a special bonus just for you with your name on it. Message me after this live. I'm going to hook you up. It's not going to be as crazy as getting the entire course for free, but still message me. I'm going to hook you up with something nice. All right. I need 31s. 31s or no winner. 31s or no winner. Let's see. All right, they're coming. I'm just reading some of the comments. All right. Cool. Here we go. This is what we're going to do. First things first. First things first. This is how we're going to win. I want to invite you guys to book a call to learn more about our program. So I'm going to drop the link. If you're interested in learning all the nitty-gritty behind our Paper Show Agency program, I'm going to invite you to go to papershowagency.com. papershowagency.com and book a call with our team. papershowagency.com. Anyone that signs up to the program before Friday is going to get a bonus one-on-one with me, where I can personally help you with transitioning to Paper Show. So if you guys are watching this live with me right now, before I pick the winner, I want to invite you guys to go to papershowagency.com, book a call with our team, and that way you can learn more about Paper Show. And if you take the leap before Friday, I'm going to personally hook you up with a bonus one-on-one, and I will also send you another top secret bonus on top of that. So if you're watching with me live right now, head over to papershowagency.com, papershowagency.com, book a call with our team, and we will help you set up dialogue flow with HighLevel to automatically follow up with your leads. We're going to help you with setting up an in-house call center, and we're going to help you with transitioning to Paper Show so that you can innovate with the market and have a leading offer. So if you guys are interested and you want to learn more about this brand new program, head over to papershowagency.com. All right. With that in mind, I'm going to shut up about papershowagency.com and let's pick a winner. Here's how we're going to win. Or actually, book your call first. Whoever books a call and shows up, if you book a call and you show up, drop say done in the comments and you'll get 3 entries to win. If you guys pull, but don't book it just to book it, guys. If you book it and cancel it or you're not serious, you're not going to win. And I'm going to pull this back. And my team will know. So if you're actually interested in booking a call, this is just a little bonus incentive to do it right now. I promise I'm almost done and I'll shut up about papershowagency.com. But if you're actually interested in Paper Show Agency program, go to papershowagency.com, fill out the application, book a call, comment done in the comments, and you'll get 3 entries to win. But you have to be serious. And if you're not, because when we talk to you on the phone, we're going to know, I'm going to remove that free access if you win. Joshka, you already had your call. That does count. So comment done. Chase, comment done. Ryan, if you already had your call, comment done. Charles booked. Bruno said, say papershowagency.com one more time. Done. So if you guys are interested, book your call. But you have to be serious. If this is just to really incentivize you to book it if you want it. If you don't, please do not waste my time. It'll make me very upset. It'll make my team very upset, and I will kick you out of the Facebook group. I'm being dead serious. If you just booked it to try to win, I'm going to kick you out of the Facebook group. If you booked it because you actually wanted to learn about the program, then you get that free extra bonus of 3 entries to win. I'm being dead serious. All right. Hell yeah. Sweet, sweet, sweet. With that in mind, if you're still live with us right now, you got 5 minutes. You got 5 minutes to comment win below. Then what's going to happen? In 5 minutes, I'm going to close it off. Everyone that commented done or win, everyone that commented will be entered to win, and someone on my team will go live later today, and we're going to go ahead and grab everyone's names. We're going to put you guys on a random name picker. You guys will be able to see it, and we're going to pick one winner. So if you are on with me live right now, comment win. Comment win. What's going to happen is my team is going to grab your name. Then later today, they're going to go live tonight, probably tonight, because it takes some time. We used to do this live on the call, and it would take like 30 minutes, just me clicking buttons. We're not doing that anymore. What's going to happen is anyone from now until the next 3 minutes, the comments win below will be entered to win. Then someone on my team will go live later today and go through all the names and pick a winner and go live in the group. The person that's going to be doing this is Yanko. Yanko, he's on my team. He's a client success coach. So if you want to be entered to win, drop a win below. You got 2 minutes and then I'm out. You got 2 minutes and then I'm out. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. All right, guys, that's it for today. You got 2 minutes to comment win. You'll be entered to win. Someone on my team will go live later today, and that the person on my team is going to grab all the names, put you guys into a random name picker. You guys will be able to see it so that you know it's not cheating. If you comment after 2 minutes, you're not going to count. We can see the time slots. Samuel, we saw you enter to win. You're good. You don't have to keep commenting. So comment win below. 2 minutes. And we're going to close it off. Someone on my team will go live later today and pick the winner. All right, guys. Much love. Hopefully you got some value. Hopefully today's lesson served as a lesson in marketing and offer fundamentals and innovation. And hopefully you guys take some of those golden nuggets and apply it for your agency and your business. And again, keep in mind, this is not about paper show versus retainer. This is about knowing that if you don't innovate and if your offer fatigues, you risk the possibility of getting left behind. And if you're really good, yeah, you'll still get clients, but you're not going to scale extremely fast unless you come up with something revolutionary. And by the way, the revolutionary offer does not have to be pay-per show. It could be something else. Like, for example, I have a person in my program who just hit 100K a month in dental. And like I said, his offer is 30-day free trial. And he's actually at like 130K a month. So the key thing here is not paper show versus retainer. It's who's got a better offer that they can actually deliver on and who's willing to adapt and innovate and be a leader in the marketplace by coming up with better and more creative ways to get great results for their clients and serve them. I just want to show you guys paper show as one of the ways to do that and to make that happen, because I have a feeling there's a lot of opportunity left with that offer. All right, guys, much love. I'll see you next Thursday for our weekly live. Have a great weekend. And if you haven't already, go to papershowagency.com. I'll give you one last chance. If you book a call and comment done, you will be entered to win 3 times. But like I said, you have to be serious about booking a call. And if you're not, I'm going to find out if you do win, because I'm going to speak with you if you win. And I'm going to see if you were serious or not about that call. And if you weren't, you will lose and you'll be out of the group. So that's just a little added bonus if you do want to speak with us and we're already planning to book a call. But if you're not planning on booking a call, it's okay. No worries. I still love you. Still want you here in the group, but just don't book it. All right, guys. Much love. Peace out.